YouTube channel. I have my daughter Violet here today. Violet's going to be 8 years old soon, and she is going to help us make all of these today. Violet, tell us what we're going to do.
We're going to take these and turn them into all of these.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Tell everybody what we're going to make.
So, we're going to make a hydrangea, we're going to make birds in a nest, we're going to make eggs in a nest, and we're going to make a rose, and we're going to make a little bit of everything.
Wonderful. I can't wait. I'm so excited to share this with everybody. Are you?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. All right, everybody, we're going to show you another really, really pretty spring flower. This one's super easy. And so this one is going to use the Wilton 1M rosette tip. It's a tip that has a bunch of little spikies at the end. Violet's is striped with a light yellow, light pink, light Tiffany blue. I'm going to use a pink, a purple, a white, and a little bit of Tiffany. So this one's probably one of the easiest flowers you could make. It's going to look sort of like little clusters of hydrangea. Do you remember this one, Violet? Where you just squeeze the little blossoms? Yeah. And the fun thing with this is you can pretty much layer this as big as you want. So if you really, really love buttercream, which we definitely do, right, Violet? We love buttercream. You could layer on as much as you'd like, or if you're somebody that doesn't prefer a lot of frosting, just a little bit is okay too. Maybe you could just do one layer of the blossoms. Oh, yours is looking so pretty. I love it. Violet is using our Swiss meringue buttercream in a piping bag, and she has a number 124 tip on her bag. So what she's doing is starting in the middle, and she's making her petals start from a center point and go all the way around. Nice start so far. And you can see that she's keeping her petals pretty tight onto that little center that she made. And with every petal she makes, she's going to backtrack just a little bit when she pipes the next one. So that's really the key to making really pretty roses. And then once you get to the point where you're just making petals, it's a lot of repetition. How are you doing there, Violet? You hanging in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What's your favorite part about making roses?
I think adding the petals.
Adding the petals? Okay. I like to look at it at the end and see how pretty it looks from the top view. So we'll have to show everybody the top view of that rose when it's all finished. It's like all that work, and you get to admire the beautiful flower that you made.
Great.
Wow. All right, let's hold this up to the camera. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, look at all those petals.
There you go. Woo.
Great
Nice job.
That's amazing. So should we challenge viewers to try this at home and to make a beautiful sugar cookie with a rose on top? I think that they can, right? I'm going to show you guys another way to do a buttercream rose on a rose nail. And I'm going to use a piece of parchment with a little dot of buttercream underneath it so that I'll be able to pull that off and put it on my tray and freeze it. So I'm not going to make this huge. I'm just going to squeeze a little mound of frosting there, starting with the thick side down and the thin side up. I'm going to go ahead and start making those little petals. And again, backtracking with every petal that I make, hugging it in really tight to that center. You don't want your rose petals to look like they're opening up too much. We want them to open up sort of slowly, as though, you know, it were unraveling. All right. So I'm going to make a few more flowers, get these in the freezer, and then I'll show you how we can put them on the cookie. I thought it would be really fun because spring is here. We'll be seeing daffodils before we know it. So I thought it would be kind of cool to show you guys how to do a buttercream daffodil. The tip that I'm going to use for the base of my daffodil is a 124 tip. It's actually the same tip that we use when we make roses. And we're going to hold the thick side of the tip in towards us, and we're going to fan the thin side outward. So starting in the middle of my parchment, I'm going to squeeze and pull my petal. I'm going to rotate it a little bit, squeeze, and keep pulling my petals in towards the center. Daffodils have sort of long petals, so don't hesitate to pull them a little bit long before you bring them into the middle. So there's the base for my daffodil. I'm going to switch it up to this pretty golden yellow color, and this tip is a 104. So this is a sort of a smaller version of the tip that we just used. I'm going to hold the thick side down and the thin side up, and I'm going to start off center and spiral this to kind of look like an open center of our daffodil. So now I can take this off of my parchment, transfer it to my plate or my tray. Sometimes I like to use the little lip to sort of, when it freezes, it'll freeze curved a little bit and it'll look like a real daffodil. So I'm gonna make a few more of these and then stick them in the freezer. All right, guys, so what I'm doing next is taking a leaf tip, which is a number 70, and I'm prepping a little bed of leaves for a really special little cupcake that Violet and I are going to show for you. So we can leave that part in the middle empty. We're going to fill that in with a little bird's nest. So you're going to go ahead and pipe your wreath of leaves there. So what I have in my hand is a bag of brown buttercream, and I have a grass tip on here. It's a tip 133. These are really easy to find online or at like Joann Fabrics, Michael's. And what I'm going to do is take this grass tip and I'm going to start piping a circle right in the middle of my sugar cookie. So what's cool about the grass tip is you can use it to sort of form the look of the sticks that the little birdies use to build their nest. It does not have to be perfect at all. So I'm just squeezing that buttercream around, building up my nest, just like that. How are you doing over there, Vi?
Good.
All right, did you leave enough room to do your nest? All right, so this is really full, so Violet's gonna have to squeeze that really hard. I love it. That really looks good. What do you think? Was that hard or easy?
Hard.
It's hard to squeeze the bag, isn't it? You have to use a lot more force than you think you do. So you guys remember that at home. When you're piping in buttercream or any type of frosting, make sure that you're comfortable using that piping bag in the right way. One quick little tip that we recommend at the White Flower Cake Shop is to take your bag, twist it like this, and then it shows you where to put the most amount of pressure on that piping bag. All the pressure is going to push that frosting out rather than shooting out the top. I thought it would be cute if I pipe baby birdies, and I thought it would be super cute if you put eggs in your nest. Does that sound like a plan? All right. So these are just those little Cadbury eggs, the mini eggs. You can find them anywhere. Oh, here's a broken one. Do we know anybody that would want to eat one?
Mm-hmm.
So these are perfect for these cute little cookies because size-wise they work in a nest. Also, the colors are so pretty. So go ahead and put a few of those in there. Whatever way you want to arrange them, go ahead and put them in your nest. Let's see, how many baby birds are we gonna have in there? Is it a big nest? Is it a little nest? Oh, it's looking like it might be a big nest. Wow. So you guys can see those sit really, really cute in there. Oh man, this mama bird was busy, huh? That's probably enough. What do you think?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, while Violet is continuing to build her nest over here, I want to show you guys how to pipe the little baby birdies into this nest. How many do I have to pipe?
10.
Okay. So guys, what I have on my piping bag is a number 12 tip, which is a big round tip. And I have this pretty Tiffany blue, sort of robin's egg blue color. So I think to make it a little easier, you can see I've got this kind of hole in there going on, but because I want these to sit a certain way, I'm going to pipe a little bit of buttercream in there first. So that way it raises up my baby birdies. So we're gonna do 1. We're gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little bird heads are going to be popping out of this nest. What do you think, bud?
I want to eat them.
You want to eat them? Okay. Well, what we're going to do next is take this little bag I have with some, kind of golden yellow color buttercream. And if you guys look there, I have the edge cut into a little mini V shape. And what that'll do will allow me to pipe little beaks opening up for the worm. This mama bird's gonna have to be out there getting worms for a long time to feed her babies. This might be the biggest nest I've ever seen. What about you, Vi?
I've seen
You've seen
bigger
bigger?
ones, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but a few of them fell out of them.
Oh yeah, sometimes they do. That's true. So guys, this is a number 1 tip, and I have some black buttercream on here. And I'm just gonna pipe their little tiny baby eyeballs. Now normally, like when we do these for the shop, we do about 2 to 3 of these. But, if you're doing them at home with the kiddos and they want to have a super duper nest like we have here, I say go for it.
I was about to add 20.
Wow. They do look so cute though, don't they? All those little eggs hatched into all these hungry little birdies. What do you think? Miss Violet over here has already sped ahead of me and is already rocking her cookie. I'm gonna go ahead and use that number 70 tip again, and I'm going to get my cookie ready for its finished look. Now, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller than I did before because I'm gonna add some flowers. So again, just taking that little grass tip, going around, making my nest kind of messy on purpose. We want it to look realistic. Putting in a couple of those Cadbury eggs. And now what I can do is take one of these daffodils that's been in the freezer for about an hour, peel off that parchment. Look how beautiful that peels off. And then I'm able to set that down and place it right on my little nest that I made. How cute is that? And same thing with those little roses that I made. They pop right off that parchment and they position beautifully. And that is an adorable little spring sugar cookie. Now, if you wanted to, with any of those rosette tips that we showed you that do the hydrangeas, you could add a little bit more of a different color to your cookie. So I'm adding a little bit of that purple, pink, and blue coloring. What do you think, Vi? The cutter that I used for these cookies is actually the base of a little tart shell, but you could really use any round cookie cutter you have at home, which would be fine. Any recipe too. We prefer a thicker sugar cookie when we cut them out because we pile on a lot of buttercream. So that would be something to keep in mind when you are rolling out your dough. But we just want you guys to have fun. We plan on making more of these videos for you, stuff you can do with your kiddos, having fun at home. Did you have fun today? Yes. And thank you guys for watching.